What's going on, MuvMinters? Welcome to episode 205 of MuvMint Monday. I'm Crystal Clear, and let's go ahead and start off with a prayer. My dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day, Lord. Thank you for once again having everybody come to see another episode of MuvMint Monday. Lord, I ask that you would just help everybody in, whatever situations and times and trials that they're going through, that you would just be there for them when they're going through their struggle. I know definitely this week I'm going through my little struggle this week, so I just ask you, Lord, that you help me to say the right words that you need me to say. We give you all the honor, glory, and praise. Save souls everywhere. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, so Jen T was supposed to do the episode this week. However, she couldn't make it, so I decided to back her up and do the episode for this week. No, nothing bad happened. Nothing dire or dangerous happened that she couldn't make it. During this weekend, her and Teresa did the Rocky Run over in Philadelphia. And, congratulations to both of them, because I know that's, it was very hard thing definitely for my wife to do. It was her first ever 10K race, and she never did it before, so she was kind of worried when she called me, because I was at work. Unfortunately, I couldn't do the Rocky Run this year. And, she called me up and, was a little bit worried about it. But, through encouragement, not just from me, from her friends, she was able to complete her first ever 10K race. So congratulations to you, Jen T. So, hand claps to you. Also, congratulations to Teresa, because I believe that was her first ever 5K race. And, she completed her task as well. And they both got nice shiny medals. So congratulations to you both. So this brings up to my topic of discussion for this week. It was the first ever my wife ever did a 10K race. And I believe it was like 11 miles. Don't hold me to that. I'm not good with the math. But however, she knew that, in order to complete her task, because it was something that she always wanted to do, she needed to get advice on how to complete it. Fortunately, if people didn't know me, I used to run at cross country. That's probably why, even though I'm getting old and a little bit brittle, but I'm able to stay in pretty much physical shape and have the stamina to do what I do, which is at my job, because I was able to run cross country when I was in high school. So there were constantly days where, shout out to my teacher, my coach, Mr. Gillum. Rest in peace. He taught me many forms and techniques on how to run. So like every day we used to run like 6 miles, 7 miles. And even though the race was 3 miles, he still trained us to do sometimes 6 or 7 miles a day. And this is the topic of my discussion. In order for you to do things that it seems hard to achieve and hard to get, you have to prepare for it. So again, my wife knew that I ran cross country. So she asked me some pointers, and then I gave her some pointers. I said, the first thing you have to do, because she asked me, she wanted to sign up for it in November. And this was earlier last year, like at the end of last year. I say, even though the race is going to happen in November of 2023, I say you should start preparing to run now as soon as possible. And, it took her a whole year, and because she used to do like, 5K races, and, it got easier over time. So, if she was able to do it freely, and if she was able to do it without any further like complications and stuff. So she wanted to challenge herself and do this 10K race. So I told her, you have to start preparing now. So first few weeks, I'm sure she was like, feeling the pains of it, to the point that she even told me she had the come to terms moment whether she wanted to do it or not. And, I told her, I said, that's just the grace. You can't get what you want out of, just up front. You have to work hard for it. So for months she trained. Over the summertime, she trained. Springtime, summertime, and even in the fall, she trained. It got to the point that she was at first struggling running 8-mile jogs, and then she got more comfortable over time, and then afterwards she started adding more and more. And then I also suggested her to try running courses with a lot of hills, because there's, every race that you run doesn't have like flat ground. Sometimes you have to go up the hills. And so she was able to, over time, prep and train for it. And she completed her task. You have to prepare for things that is unreachable. You cannot just go out there and wing it and thinking that it's going to come to pass. There's a lot of things and obstacles and things that you do in life that's going to keep you from reaching your goal. You just witnessed it in this past year. I just completed an album that came out on October 20th, which is my birthday. And there were some times that it might have been dire to the point that I would not even make it if it wasn't for the preparation that me and my brother had instilled in the process of getting this album done, and just the drive and the dedication that it takes for you to stay focused on your goal in order to complete your mission. Now I got 18 songs out there because I spent about a year and a half preparing for what I want, and and everything that I wanted to get done in order to make my goal successful. And when you go through, and I said in the other last episode, when you go through a prep period and you try to get everything done according to schedule, there are some things that might happen to you that's going to try to set you off course. For instance, people didn't know before, half the time I was getting recording and mixing and trying to master, I couldn't hear because I had a bad ear infection. The enemy always knows when to attack you when you're least suspected, especially when you need everything to be functioning to get the work done. So I couldn't really get the sounds that I wanted at first right in order to get my goal achieved. So it's like, that was one example. Then health and stuff, and then injuries and stuff. And like I said, my wife went through a lot of that stuff to prepare for this race. She went through injuries, shin splints, because shin splints it makes you really don't want to run no more when you catch your shin splints when you're running. So she goes through that. Not only does that outside work interference, because she works hard every day, just like me and everybody here at Salvation Records. So there's a lot of factors that can just knock you off course. So in preparation, you have to learn how to prep everything and stack all your goals together. I need this done by this. I want to do this by this time. You have to learn to stack and prepare in order to get your goal achieved. Did I complete everything when I got done this album? No, I didn't complete everything that I wanted to get done. But it was through my preparation that even though I didn't get all the factors that I wanted to get done for this album, I was satisfied with the work of the album, because out of 100%, I was 93% pleased with it. We're not going to always achieve our goal when we prep. We're not going to always, be 100% satisfied, especially me as an artist. I'm never satisfied. Let's be real with that. Even though everybody's enjoying the album right now and listening to the songs of the album, I'm still listening to it with a critiqued ear, so I'm not satisfied with it yet. So no, you're not going to be 100% satisfied. You're not going to ever be 100% satisfied, especially when you achieve that mission at first. So you have to just understand that. But preparation will get you as closer to your goal than any method that you think that's going to work. Football players, basketball players, people who are in professional sports, they spent all their years from youth on up to get on that high level of professional sports. People just didn't have that talent and it worked and just oh, I'm good, all right, so let's go ahead and do professional sports. No, they trained over the years. Look at all the stuff that was going on with LeBron James and everybody. They trained over through the years to be good at what they do. My sons are going through it now. As much as sometimes they don't want to go through training and training camp, I set them through training camp. To get them to prepare for what they really want for their future in professional sports. Because I want them to understand that if you want to really get what you want to get, you have to work for it and prepare for it and dedicate yourself for it. When you prepare for something, it makes you mentally focused. You know what I mean? It makes you mentally focused. It also, it leaves room for you to prepare for things that is not within your control. So being prepared for a mission, you see it, like I said, in sports, you see it in the military. They don't just go off on a whim. They mentally and physically prepare for the tools that they need to achieve the mission. So just bear in mind that you have to prepare. Whatever you want to do in life, regardless if when you go into school and want to be an accountant or be an engineer or whatever it takes. When you learn the techniques and the tools to make you successful in your field, you are preparing yourself for success. So just bear in mind that when you're trying to achieve a goal, to write down things that will help you to achieve that goal and do the best you can to get you to that point where you'll be proud about what you just did. Okay? So I'm just going to give you some quick updates. Bible Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth is doing pretty well for a small company. I am very pleased of everything that's been going on with my album that's coming out. I've heard great stories about how it helped people over time, and I'm just blessed by everything, all the feedback that I heard from it, all the criticism that I heard from it. I'm just being blessed by it. So thank y'all, everybody that's been listening, watching it, subscribing to our channels. You can catch it on MuvMint TV. Also, you can catch it my album on the Crystal Clear MuvMint. It's just spelled just like it is, Crystal Clear, and then MuvMint, MUVMINT. And also, you can catch that on the Crystal Clear Topic, which is a monetized YouTube page as well. You can find it on Bandcamp, Spotify, I believe, and also on Soundcloud. I checked it out on Soundcloud because anybody that knows me, I like Soundcloud because it's more user friendly. So you can check out the album anywhere on those engines. It's out there for you, helping, trying to help save souls. Not only save souls coming to Christ, but even people that don't believe in Jesus Christ to just to rethink their strategy on life and just try to make themselves better so they can make it through their end goal, which is the time that God ordains us to leave out of here. So just thank you for everybody just helping me with the success of my album. Also, other works like Fade to Black Face of Life by Azrael, that's been out for almost a year now. Thank y'all for the support and everything on that. You can catch that also with not only just the Bible album, but also Fade to Black Face in Life. You can get both of them as well on salvrec.com, SALVWRECK.com. You can buy both albums. My brother always got great packages for purchases, so because even though we're, like I said, we're an organization to try and to just like operate just like a business, to trying to get good income for our business, we also try at the same time do the will of God and try to help people get better. So money is a good motivator, but also money is not our main focus. So just go on SoundCloud, you can buy the albums. You can also purchase merchandise that Passion's been setting up all for the past couple of years. I mean, like I said, I'm wearing this nice t-shirt that's in the navy blue. Shout out to all the veterans out there. Now think about it, because this past week was Veterans Day. Weekend was Veterans Day. Shout out to everybody in the branches in the fields. Blessings to y'all. And like I said, you can buy any of the merchandise over there on salvrec.com. SALVWRECK.com. Also, we have the Christmas album. I'm sorry, not the Bible. The Christmas album that's coming out on December 18th, which is the Soundcloud Christmas Volume 7. I'm going to be on a couple of features on there. I don't have really my own songs on there. I believe it's like 4 or 5 features because I was working on the album, which that just came out. But a lot of great songs in there. You're going to love it. It's coming on December 18th, Volume 7. And also, we got an interview promoting it with Lady Ms. Ray, the silent assassin from the Ground Up Productions, on that day on December 18th as well. So come and join us. Come and join us and enjoy the festivities that we're gonna have, because I'm sure my brother's gonna have a good campaign on that. And also, like I said, watch the interview with Lady Ms. and Ray when we be up on there having a good old time. And we always do have a good old time. I had a blast when I was on my first interview with them. They really helped me break the ice of getting comfortable with just hearing myself talk. Even though I talk a lot, it's kind of different when you have to do it on a professional level where people are watching you to see what you're about. So again, I thank you, Lady Miss and Ray, for that opportunity that y'all allowed me to be on your podcast. And hopefully, I won't disappoint you along with, the rest of us when we come in and see you on that day as well. So, just stay tuned for that. Also, we got a special announcement. Big Stiggs, his album's coming out next year. So, I'm done. I'm done for this year. You know what I mean? I'm done for pretty much for next year too. So I get to take a break. Woohoo! But even though I'm taking a break from music, I'm not taking a break from work. So I'm going to be helping Big Stiggs as long as my brother's going to be probably the main direction, just like he was as far as mixing and mastering on my works that came out this year. So he's going to be behind the scenes, making sure that we do our jobs. And we're going to be behind the scenes helping Big Stiggs make his album. I'm not going to say the name of the album. I know what it is, but sometimes things change over time. He might want to change it to another name or something. So stay tuned for that. So far, he was talking about, we was doing the preparation. We was plotting on how we want the album to be, what is his main direction, because since he's the artist, since he's the artist, we want to make sure the album that comes out is going to be the direction that he wants it to be. You know what I mean? So we're doing a lot of prep work. We've been a lot of behind the scenes talking about it. So I believe that it's going to be a very nice album. I think it might be better than mine album because, he's more of an established artist than I was. And even though I thought I did pretty well on this album, but now you got some big dogs, some veterans who've been writing that pen for years that really get into it, you know what I mean? So I think the album's going to be very nice. And then also, stay tuned for other things that might be coming out in the near future. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of campaigns for the Christmas album. And I know my brother likes to do a lot of story reading for kids and stuff. That's one of the best joys that he likes to do when he promotes the Christmas album. So stay tuned for all of that. This week is going to be historic MuvMinters this week. I don't know who's the main one. Well, it might be Passion this week. I don't know. But it's going to be good, though. It's going to be good. So, just go get... No, actually, no. It's going to be... I think it's going to be Genty. Who knows? I've been out of the loop, trying to recover from this album. But just stay tuned for Historic MuvMinters. And I'm sure it's going to be a very nice presentation of somebody. And then I can believe that's it for this week. You can just, like I said, go to South Rec if you want to see anything more about us. My brother put up a nice website about, the label and everything that we're about. And just continue to, grow strong, stay blessed, stay tuned, stay alert, and always remember you are the movement. And, just prepare yourself because you know what? Like I said, great people on this earth are the ones that always stay awake, preparing for what they want out of life. Regardless of what happens, they're always prepared, and battle tested and battle ready. So go prepare yourself out there and get your life goals, okay? I love y'all. I'll talk to you on the next episode, whenever that may be. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.